Hello and welcome, my name is Hiro and this is my Let's Play series of Europa Universalis 4, where we are playing as England. In the last video we were in the war with Burgundy and we took Calais back. Actually we lost it to France in the early part of the game, but now we took Calais back. And we got the first two ideas in the exploration idea group. So we now have a colonist, and we have the ability to recruit explorers. So here is our first explorer, the man who will discover America for glorious England. Now I mentioned last time that he has a maneuver score of 2, and that's really important because once you get out to sea, you'll start to see attrition for your naval units, and for every maneuver score your explorer or admiral have, he will suffer 1% less attrition per month, of 1% less for going into sea territories. So having a high maneuver score is really nice for exploring. But let's go exploring. We need to find North America and start colonizing it. Let's change to this colonization map mode. In the colonization map mode, you'll see all the gray territory is territory that's not you aren't able to colonize this either because, as most of Europe, it's already inhabited by Christians or Muslims and actual countries. You can't see that right now. But once we see some inland provinces, you won't be able to. They will also be grey because you can only colonize coastlines. But down here you can see this is red, and that's because we are too far away. Need to be within 275 of a court province, and I'm really hoping that we will at least be able to reach the coast of Greenland, so we can kind of begin spreading down into Canada and North America. But we'll see. And here we are at the coast of Greenland. We can't yet see. Oh, we discovered the coast of Greenland. As you can see here, just the tint of it, the coast of Greenland is green, but it's a wasteland, so we can't actually colonize this because it's just too cold and dark and useless. Oh, and it unfortunately looks like this territory is also red. Maybe we can't start colonizing it just yet. Oh, it's a discovery spread. This is something that happens once a territory has been discovered by another nation for some years. The discovery will spread to all other countries with the same religion, and later to just all countries. So we'll slowly start getting the information from Portugal and Castile's discoveries around the globe. Let's see if we can explore this coast. Yeah, unfortunately we can't explore, we can't colonize here yet, but as you can see it's only 50 away, and we do get this a 50% extra colonial range as the next idea. We only need about 230 power, and then we'll be able to reach this 50%. Will be 300 and more than 400 actually. So once we get the next level of exploration ideas, we'll be able to colonize the coast of Greenland, and then we'll be off to the Americas. So for now we'll just explore. Exploring gives prestige, and it also gives naval tradition. So it's definitely worth it, even if we can't colonize yet. Only thing we have to be aware of is this number. You get 1% extra for each month at sea, and then also there's a base value for the area you're in. So it's getting a bit high, and this will tick either every month or every time you enter a sea territory. So if I go here, we'll probably lose a lot of attrition. So we should go back to a port and reset that time at sea. It only resets if you go into a port. It's not enough to just go to your home shores. You actually have to go into a port. You don't have to wait for the time to tick. Just go into the port and you can sail out again, and the timer will have been reset. Oh, and this got a cord too. So let's just repair that boat. Maybe we should just turn up fleet maintenance for a bit. Just to kind of get... just want to get our prestige up, because it gives extra bonuses to trade and legitimacy, and we really need to get the legitimacy up, so let's pump this down again. Then let's just use our time to explore while we wait for that extra diplomacy power. I don't think I'm gonna get into any wars just now. But we could look into getting some claims for the future. How are France looking? France are in a war with Castile. Let's see, France. I really want to get back at them. They have 21,000 men. We have 32. And how are they? Oh, they are at military tech 9. So once again, we'll have to kind of catch up to them before we can take them in a war. Jane the First embarrasses the court. The Queen committed an absolute faux pas today in front of the court and a few foreign dignitaries. The repercussions on this will take years to repair. And we lose stability. Yeah! I think that's the 6th time or so. We're really not lucky when it comes to stability. I think we've lost a lot. We only gained like 1 through this whole series, 2 events. Luckily, prestige don't mean that much in this version of the game, in the 4th edition. In Europa Universalis 3, all your technology research was based off your income. So losing prestige was actually a big deal, because it meant you had to not only did it mean you had to you would make less money and be able to get technology slower, but if you wanted the stability to go up again, you had to invest all your money in stability. Where now, as long as you have stability at 0 or better, the only thing you'll miss out on is extra money and a few other bonuses, but you don't really need it unless you need the money. We do actually need the money, but I would rather save the points for now, just until we catch up in this administrative technology. So yeah, we were probably We're making quite a bit of money right now. So that's nice. Oh, and we changed the culture of Konark. Not bad. Oh, and he needs to repair. I usually do this when I'm exploring. I will just kind of turn up the maintenance once. Did France do the exploration ideas too? Yeah. But hopefully he won't be able to get up here and we can kind of block him off. Just kind of take these provinces and start taking the provinces down the coast and block him off. Because he needs to get to... Oh, he's already at diplomatic level 7. No, we are that too, so there'll probably be some time before he can reach the coast up here. Hopefully. Let's bump this down again. And let's go out. Explore some more of North America. But now we are in the race against France, which means we really gotta get our colonies up and running, which we will probably have to sink some money into it. So maybe we'll have to drop some of our wisers down to level 1, just because I really wanna secure as much territory over here as possible, and that means probably means having more than 2 colonies, and if you have more than 2 colonies, you'll get it will get more expensive to administrate them. But I think it's worth it just because once you do get, if you do get a huge number, a huge share of the provinces, you'll also get a huge share of the trade power. And if you can dominate trade in the Americas, you can really make a lot of money, because you can kind of have like 100% trade power, and you can just like forward your money, and every time you forward money, like down here, every time you forward money, the trade value gets multiplied by 20%. So if you can forward all the money into a node in which you have 100% trade power, you can really make a lot of money. So I kind of hope we can do that. So how are we looking up here? Need to bump this up. The maintenance. And France declared war on Armagnac too. Oh, and they got out of the war with... Oh, so they probably had to, as a part of the war here in Spain, they probably had to release Armagnac. So we can probably see this here. Was liberated from any application, was annexed by Armagnac. So they probably lost this in the war against Spain, and now they're trying to take it back. Build some buildings. Let's get some more constables so we can get some higher tax income. We don't really need the administrative power right now that much, so let's get some more tax. We need the money. I think I'm just gonna bump up my army maintenance all the way down. We really don't need to pay them right now. We don't have that much revolt risk. And we can just bump it up. The only place we have revolt risk is in Calais. And once this coring stops, or is done, it will probably drop way down, and even if it doesn't, we can just bump up the maintenance when we need it. Our army isn't so grand. One minute our army is the enemy of the world, next no one has anything good to say about it. We have no idea how our grand army slipped so, but it could end up suffering infecting recruitment. So once again, we got this earlier. Either we can lose stability or have more expensive troops. We'll just wait building more troops, but it seems we do have to get our troop size up again. Maybe it's because we are above half our force limit, so I don't know. Maybe it's just some kind of random thing. I don't know. We do need to build up our army again if we wanna fight in the mainland of Europe again. I really want to stop the growth of France. France has a tendency to blob up. It's also usually called the big blue blob, and once it kind of blobs up, it gets really out of hand, and especially as England, because France is your landing point into mainland Europe. You really want to make sure that and hello Portugal, nice to see you. You really want to make sure that France doesn't get the chance to blob up, because then you'll have no chance of really getting into Europe. So the first available opportunity, I'll probably want to go to war with France again. We need to catch up in military, though, or we won't really have a chance. And it would be nice if we can also get some more of these extra. Get this, the Esprit de Corps would be really nice, and also the forced march orders can really help with catching their armies and kind of destroying them. So it might be a while, and it doesn't matter. I don't care that much. We really need to focus on this colonizing, just to get ahead of France in that area of the world. But now that we have overextension less than 2.5%, we can pass the Anti-Piracy Act, which just gives us better relations over time, so why not? And let's go back here and reset that time at sea counter. Now when you are exploring Terra Incognita, it takes longer time to get into the territory, so you'll kind of experience that when you're exploring, you can get down to a certain point and then you have to go home, and then the next time you can get a bit further, and then finally I think when we get to like the Caribbean, we'll be too far away from our course to really explore, and then we can try and explore some of these sea provinces. But then once we start getting some colonies down here, we can use them as kind of naval bases to some more exploration done. Oh, and we get the overseas exploration and the improved maneuver. Let's do this and see if we can. Yeah, now we can even reach all the way down here. What do we want to do? I think if we colonize this, we'll have to land some army here just to take care of all this aggressiveness. So let's do that. Let's colonize, just to make sure that France can't use this. We'll colonize this coast and then go down here. And then we'll sail this army over there, just kind of to make sure that the natives won't rise up against us. And soon we'll be a colonial empire, spanning the entire globe. It will be awesome. Petition for redress. Peasants typically had no voice, but they could occasionally gain access to the monarch and ask for redress. Sometimes these requests for redress would be direct at the local lord who was perceived to be violating the president's rights. Stepping into a override a noble's local authority was a very drastic step. Well, we lose. Well, we don't want to lose the prestige if we can just kill 4,000 peasants. Let's bump up the. Don't even have to bump it up all the way. Then just go up here and kill them. And I want to look. I think I wanna get this level of military technology. And just wait on the idea. Anyway, isn't that important anyway? So yeah. Once again, Cardinal got chosen that we had to spend money or influence it. Let's try to keep an eye on this one, just to make sure that we won't lose power on him again. You might notice this name, Eriksfjord, and it was actually discovered. Greenland was discovered by a Viking, and he also actually discovered. I'm not completely sure, but I think it was up down in this area, Massachusetts or Pinnacook, in this area, where he made a settlement in North America a couple of hundred years before Christopher Columbus ever discovered the Americas. So the Vikings got there first. And I think, as you can see here, we're getting in trouble paying for our fleet and army, and I think we need to bump one of these guys down now that we are going to colonize. So once I get some money going, I'm gonna get a lower level administrative advisor, just because we'll soon, when we're using all our diplomatic points and all our military points here, we'll get far ahead on administrative points. So we'll have to kind of save some money on advisors so we can pay for our colonial ventures. But that's okay. Having level 2s is kind of a... Oh, let's just put him in port here. And let's get the explorer fleet over there too. Let's actually call this exploration fleet, just so we can easily find it over here. Natives encountering our colonists. The settlers of our colony have spotted minor groups of natives attentively observing the colony. We don't know what their intentions are. How do we want to proceed? So we can either repel the savages. This means that we'll get extra 200 population in Eriksfjord right away, but the natives will lose 300 in size. And right now the 500 natives here are getting a tax base of 0.1 and extra manpower of 50 men. So repelling them would mean we'll get less manpower. And we'll make them do more raids. But we could also pay 50 ducats right now and get one extra tax base. Or we could allow them to live in peace, which will lose us some prestige, but it will increase the rate at which they join our settlement. And you have to play this spun by year, depending on the different provinces. This particular one, we won't get that much extra tax from it. So if I had the money, I would probably choose this one just to get one extra tax base. This one would be nice if we really wanted to grow this quickly. Usually I'll just go for this one because it will keep the natives around and will probably increase the long-term growth of the colony. So yeah, let's do this. And you can see here we are growing at 45 colonies per year. We are getting a penalty because we have no colonies nearby, and we are also getting a penalty because it's an Arctic province, so it's really cold. But we do have a colonist here, and he gives a 6% chance each month that 30 people will move in, which means that in average 23.4 people extra per year will move in. So it will take some time for this province to get to turn into a real-time province, but I think that's okay. Let's fire this guy just so we can get some money to hire a new guy. We really need to get our maintenance down a bit. Let's look. We still have this guy, but let's just pump some extra points into him just to make sure that no one has the power to take him from us. We really wanna. We've wasted a lot of papal influence on paying a guy and then forgetting about him. We really want to make sure that the ones we actually have papal influence to influence, that we kind of make sure that no one else can grab them. We don't want to be allied with Leash, no. Go away. Would this mean we can bump our fleet maintenance up a bit just so we can kind of repair this exploration vessel? We should probably look at something to do with our diplomats. How are we looking with Burgundy? Yeah, they're our rivals, so we probably can't. Denmark doesn't mind us. We're at war with Austria though. Are they still in a... They're still allied with Norway. Could we get an alliance with them? No. Let's just use diplomat to make a claim down here, so we can get Brittany. Let's take a more. We probably won't use it for a while, but it's nice to just have it. Once we get a claim, it will last for a couple of years at least. So it's nice to think ahead. But I think I'll take a break, and I'll see you in the next video.